So this is officially. Oh, let me fix this real quick. This is officially Devlog number 2. First of all, I missed the second day I was supposed to post, which was yesterday. Completely missed. Did not feel like it. The original day I made the devlog, I was so motivated to really change my life. I had so much motivation. I really felt it was a start of something new. And guess what? It turned out it wasn't. It was just a regular day where I'm filled with motivation and shit like that. So, um, let's see where we're at. Right now, I'm using this kind of as accountability. That's as deep as it goes. Um, Today, so right now, I am currently using Habitica. One of these days, I am going to make a better Habitica, just because the UI is not friendly for me personally. But I love the art, the leveling up and stuff, and the health and character and whatnot. Definitely really motivating. Um, so yesterday, I did not do anything. I tried. Okay, so the last thing I did, right? Since this is a devlog and I gotta recap, is that I was working on my vibration alignment app, and for the past 2 days, um, it was not working. I couldn't get the graphs to work, right? Yes, I am prompting and whatnot, but that's only because I do believe you do have to understand everything. There is a learning experience. We're using AI to build stuff. One thing I'm very realizing very clearly is I cannot trust it for much shit, and I need to keep the scope very narrow. And so it was really struggling to build out this chart, right? So the first issue with my chart was the fact that I pretty much was not even looking at the right component. Because, like I said, I'm going to reiterate. Instead of following these tutorials, I rather dive in. I prompted to like line out the code so I could read through it or whatnot, because I need to understand the workflow of actually building applications. Like, what's the folders, how components interact. I don't want to care too much about the code right now. I'm a designer, right? Oh, through and through, and this is just an outlet for me. I know some people be super pretentious about coding, but I don't care, bro. I just want to make shit. So I could not get this chart to work, right? And first of all, I'm not even understanding what's going on. I said I want a chart, and then it's giving me all this shit, all these errors, and it's going through this loop of like trying to fix it, and then it changes other shit. I've had to thank God I actually used Git, you know what I mean? Because I would work on something. First of all, I was messing around with Codex. Codex would mess shit up, right? Because yes, I could look over the text, but I don't even know what it's changing, right? So yeah, pretty much I could not get the graphs to work. I had no choice but to look at a library. I am using React, Vector, Excel, some shit like that. It's to make graphs. Did I read through it? Not too much. I looked over it and stuff like that. And I said, okay, we're going to use this one. The other thing I realized I had to really understand is because, like I said, I had issues with the data. And then I kind of realized that, you know, I might need different components for, different chart components for my different charts, because I was like, do I even need a line graph to track morning, afternoon, and nighttime? Do I? I don't know. I do. I did end up with something. Let me see. But 'cause I'm not going to relaunch Expo. Never mind. But yeah, I decided to make a different one. The other thing I had to do was I had to look through the data sets and shit like that. I mean the storage, because I was like, yo, first of all, is it even receiving the correct information? And I think it got formatted better now. But I still have not made it work, but I made progress, which is kind of why I have not been motivated at all, because man, it's stressful, man. It's like, man, just let me go through, just let me do shit, you know. And I have to sit down and learn a little bit. Um, Tomorrow we're gonna attempt it again. In terms of game dev, right? Um, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna structure this, but I'll get better at this. It does not matter. But anyways, game development wise, like I said, I ran out of motivation. I booted up the tutorial. The most I did today was, and it took a lot of willpower, was just create a units folder for the players. I did not even load up the asset or like set up the character. I said, that's good enough, man. I said, I spent a minute on this. I showed up today. That's what matters. At this point, man, yeah, at this point, I'm gonna just use Devlog as my me as a person development, and I will post it to the world because man, I got nothing else to do, honestly, man. I got nothing else to do, so I might as well just do this, right? So I guess I'll talk about my other thing is, um, actually, I did ask ChatGPT for a outline of what to talk about. So yeah, I completely missed a day. So much for consistency, but I still shut up today, every other day. Okay, that's okay, right? So um, motivation, man. You know, it is part of the reason why I started this. And thank God I am motivated intrinsically. I am doing this for accountability. No money, no success. I said, yo, I need some accountability. I am trying to change my life. So at this point, devlog. At this point, whatever aspect of my life I'm developing, I will tap y'all in. So I am planning on going. Okay, maybe I don't know about going to the gym today, but I am planning on exercising today. That is a promise. Because the other thing is, I'm gonna develop these apps. I'm gonna develop my art, and I'm gonna develop me. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, maybe I should do short form content, but baby steps, right? That's accountability goes a long way for sure. So pretty much, it's asking me. This is a terrible response. Um, I guess I'll catch up on some other stuff. So I did look, I did ride the wave of inspiration, and I looked into Y Combinator, and it doesn't hurt to apply. You don't even need a product. All you need is your idea. So there is one thing I do want to do. Um, I did draw stuff. It's on my right. I am gonna apply um, on my job. Right. In regards to like interning as a data analyst, and I still haven't like sent the email, and I asked them like over a week ago. I do want to plan on doing that. That is the goal. I want to really move this way. So that's it, man. I no structure. Let's see. Give me a second. All right, bro. This yo GPT-5 is not it. Just give me talking points. Hey, it's part of the process. I gotta lose the discomfort with making a video. Rather shit. Yeah, Bro, I'm speechless. I think I might have to end this here, but yeah, I will update y'all. Um, have not done much else besides that. Um, I do need to look at belts, right? I do need to look at belts and stuff, or maybe start designing belts. I'm not too sure how the content is gonna work on this channel. Um, I guess that's something that's also in my mind is because one of the reasons I do not like social media, right? The reason I don't like social media is because I I feel like I'm a very multidimensional person. And you know, in RPGs when you kind of have to choose a class, I feel social media is that way. I think times are changing where it's becoming more you don't have to niche down and it's becoming more about the person versus the activity. But in regards to that, I'm not too sure how to even grow. Um, but that is not the point because I don't want to be, you know, what they say, an influencer or anything. But I would love to influence. Um, yeah, I think I need to do more. To be honest, the reason I guess I'm really speechless is, and this is me being accountable, is I did not do. Listen, I may have showed up, which is a thank God, right? I showed up, and it's only day two, right? No, it's day three, right? Because I made the video 2 days ago. On the second day, all the motivation I had was gone, right? And this is why I'm making the video. And yeah, I'm really sorry if I'm rambling on and it's not good content if anyone actually does watch this. But it is what it is. Um, I will start short form content eventually. Don't know what to do about that. Maybe I'll use one of those like podcast clipping thingies and clip use it to like clip these long form content, and then I'll look through the little segments and then be like, okay, is any of this shit really good? If yeah, if it works, it works. If not, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, that's kind of it. Um, I'm gonna try and do more, man. I'm a big talker. I'm a big aspirer. I'm really the epitome of that person that feels potential but does not meet potential because they do not do shit. Listen, what did I use the rest of my time with? I don't even know, man. I don't know where I spend my time, to be honest. To be honest. Um, but this is motivating for me, though, because I will do more, so I have more to share. And that is all, my people. Bye bye.